Welcome to Suzanne Wagner's Intuitive Patterns for the month of August 2014. We seem to have a repeating theme this month, being reflected in many of the cards. The Mayan Oracle card Etznob represents timelessness, discrimination, clarity, the Hall of Mirrors, spiritual warriorship, sword of truth, facing shadow, and the integration of the paradox. This card is a big card, and it becomes a repeating theme reflected in the other cards, so this indicates that we need to dive into these elements this month. If you are in a hall of mirrors, your attitude is going to be reflected all around you in many forms. If you start this month with anger and resentment, then that is going to be magnified to a degree that could make you very miserable. However, if you adopt the attitude of joy, expansion, and abundance, then that is also going to be reflected around you, which is a much better idea. The reason for this is that Jupiter, the planet of beliefs and faith, is in Leo. Jupiter is a fire planet and Leo is a fire sign, indicating that there is going to be a burst of energy that is intended to expand all of us in ways that can be wonderful if you recognize that whatever you feel is going to be magnified. As a reminder, your thoughts create your reality. So being mindful of what you are creating is going to get bigger. So you might want to use some tools and discipline to not let your mind run amok in your life. If you happen to get a more negative shadow reflection coming up, see it as a gift to wake you up to a place where you are co-creating a pattern that you need to become more conscious of in your life. When you have this much fire, it is imperative to see that the angel of truth is going to cut the cords of your illusions in some radical and clarifying ways. If you are holding on to fear, then that fear is going to show up so you can release and forgive others. If you have been believing in an illusion, that illusion is going to shatter and break down, forcing you to take a hard look at the truth and the reality that you have created. None of this is bad news. You are growing up to a new level of awareness. You are actively involved in your own level of power and learning to utilize that power to improve your life and circumstances. The Two of Prince of Wands cards is affirming that you have the swiftness and strength to get to your goals, but you have to consider both sides of each argument and take all information into account before making your decision. Take a look at your personal traditions and decide whether those are helping you or if they're hindering your forward progress. As this Jupiter aspect is just beginning, the cards are also indicating that you are initiating a new journey, but you are not yet there. You need to cultivate courage and be willing to step boldly onto the path in front of you. Yes, you might hit a few delays, but your enthusiasm is happening now and you want to initiate that forward motion while that impulse is there. There is much energy to be found right now by addressing the shadow within you. When you face your fears and let go of the old pain that has stopped you before, you will discover that there has been tremendous amounts of energy locked up in your shadow. Begin the transformation process by confronting your own distorted reflections and seeing how much energy you are using to suppress aspects that perhaps are not so bad. Let the intention of love heal and open up those parts so you have access to the energy once again. It is hard to accomplish much when you are using a lot of your own life force to suppress your own totality. Let go. Trust your own energy and flow. Let the divine be the guiding force in your life and know that every part of yourself is perfectly loved in the universe. Have a great month.